Alrighty, that was Troy Casadei, and Since You Left This Town. We opened the show with Black Fella, White Fella by, of course, the Warumpi Band. I'd like to introduce you to Ashleigh McGuire, also known as Ash Mac. Ash, would you like to just say a little bit about yourself?
Hi everyone, my name's Ash Mac. I am one of the co-organisers behind the Yuin Nation Birriga Bunan. And we have just recently hosted a fundraiser, which happened on Saturday. Dreamtime Entertainment and Uncle Warren Foster proudly presented the Songs of Yuin, which featured some of the most deadliest Koori talent across the South Coast. It was a night full of music, food and community at the Umbara Community Hall. Our fundraiser event showcased Indigenous talent from across the South Coast coming together to raise funds for next year's 2005 Bunan. And one of our artists was Jodie-Lee from Dust and Echoes.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk a tiny bit more about the 2025 Bunan?
Perfect. So the Yuin Nation Bunan is a traditional Aboriginal and women's ceremony. It's a gathering on country, a statewide regional corroboree, where all Yuin people travel home to Mother Gulligar to participate in cultural communities, sacred knowledge, law, songlines and dreaming tracks. This is a highly anticipated Bunan in response to the sequel of Nation Dance Yuin in 2019 and the Yuin Nation Birriga Bunan this year in January, where Yuin people and non-Indigenous people travelled as far as Queensland, Canberra, New South Wales, Newcastle, Sydney, Victoria to participate in our traditional healing Bunan as part of our tribal law and songlines and customs.
Yeah, I've been to both of those, and both of those were fantastic events, really powerful, strong, unifying experiences for Indigenous and non-Indigenous supporters and allies. So I'd encourage everybody to get to seek out some details. We'll give some details during the show, but seek out details of the 2025 Bunan. If you haven't been to one yet, you're missing one hell of an event, and you're missing the opportunity to meet some really awesome people. So get yourself up there. Okay, so Ash, you performed yourself at the Songs of Yuin event over the weekend. So we'll come back and talk a little bit about that in a short while. But let's go across to Jodie-Lee.
Hello, everyone. I'm really honoured to be asked to actually come in and speak today, and also to be able to perform on Saturday at our Yuin Song event. It was a really beautiful experience. I'm very proud. I'm proud to come from this area and to be able to support my local Aboriginal community and family. And I just wanted to say that the event was run so beautifully well, and it went very smoothly. Ash Mac, as we know her, and Uncle Warren, whom I grew up with, it was just the most beautiful thing, and there will be more events. I'm from a band. I'm so fortunate to be in a band called Dust and Echoes with my amazing musical partner, Dennis Pitt, who can't be here with us today, but we were all a beautiful team on Saturday. And that's how I met Dean as well.
Fantastic.
Our announcer.
Alrighty, so you mentioned the name of your band there. So do you want to talk a little bit about that? You say band, duo.
Well, that's the thing. I'd just like to correct you there, Dean. We don't call ourselves a duo only because it's not that, it floats in and out. So sometimes we'll have
Gotcha.
we'll have, not that it's wrong, there are two of us, but we actually have other people play with us depending on where we are. And also, if we call ourselves a duo, then it sounds like we may not be able to absolutely rock the house.
Yeah.
And we definitely do that in our own way. We actually record our own music, and we'll either play over that, or we've got a really fat sound. So, and that's, I'm so grateful to have Dennis with me to play. He's a magical musician. and I think he feels the same way about me. But we were able to come together about 8 years ago, and organically Dust and Echoes began. I worked in a beautiful art gallery in Tilba. Dennis Pitt is also an amazing modern Aboriginal artist, and we fell into a gig together, and we haven't actually stopped playing together since. So we've just been fortunate enough to be able to record our first studio original album together called In the Blood, and that was with a gentleman called Bill Chambers, whom I suppose he's famed because of his wonderful daughter Casey Chambers, but he saw us play live and thought that we may be his kind of people. So we're very fortunate to be able to make an album in 4 days with him. I don't think he knew what he was in for. We all played, we multitasked, and we got that album done. So that's due for release at the end of this month. Again, I just want to say we're actually doing this all on our own. It's not a whinge, but I'm it, and I'm the person doing all the marketing and trying to get that album out there. And we've had such beautiful support from lovely radio stations like Edge FM and Australian Country Radio and 94.1 also. Thank you.
Fantastic, thanks for that. So you've picked a track to open up this segment with Lonesome Highway.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that after the song?
I won't rave on too much, but Lonesome Highway is about my... I won't, because I'll get choked up as well, but it's about my family from Nerragunda, and so they were all gold prospectors and actually musicians as well. Scottish family who I suppose would have been called fringe dwellers at the time, and we would take in people that I suppose needed to be looked after, and also we're a blended family. I didn't really like to call us a blended family because that's what the government called families that were mixed race years ago. So I called us a rainbow family, but so Aboriginal peoples and Scottish family, which we all seem to have a lot in common. So this is about the Jessops from Nerragunda, and this is called Lonesome Highway, about the Bushrangers Highway. Yeah, thank you.